such as New Kind of Outlaw.
Yeah.
One of the tracks, plus your projects as well. Fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
T Fanny, shouts to T Fanny in the cut. Actually put me
Yeah.
onto it itself. How did that recording process start for you? How long was it? And what was your inspiration behind the project?
I started recording in 2019. I recorded 3 songs to start off, and was kind of hoping to like secure the funds and resources to continue to complete a whole album.
Yeah.
And that kind of fell off for a while of me accessing some funding.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just released the 3 songs like as an EP. I didn't really know what I was doing. I released it in 2019. Nobody really cared. Like I tried to send it out as best as I could. And then by the end of 2019, I had secured funding, and so started finishing up my songs to be back in the studio. The pandemic hit, so that pushed back getting in the studio back to May of 2020. And yeah, so the process was really interesting from those first 3 songs, which was much more of a collaborative, I guess, experience because we had like a lot of musicians in the studio
Yeah.
and, that type of energy, to finishing the last 7 songs of the album where it was just myself, my producer, and one engineer, and everyone else, we kind of had them record their parts at home. So yeah, it was a really different and very interesting experience. But nonetheless, yeah, the process of putting the album together was an incredible amount of labor.
It's time.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
time, money, and like emotional, mental, resiliency is really needed. And especially as kind of a new artist in that sense, like of really kind of finding my way, finding my voice, of trusting what other people are advising me, but also allowing myself to be the final say
Exactly.
in how my music comes out.
Now, you said something, because a lot of people talk about it in Alberta itself. Now, you're based in Edmonton. How are the funding opportunities for an artist in Edmonton?
I feel like the funding opportunities in Edmonton are fantastic.
Yeah.
I have been really lucky enough to be supported through Edmonton Arts Council and Alberta Music. And yeah, I think that they have really done a great job in trying to first and foremost give opportunities to equity seeking groups. So if you're within the BIPOC or 2S LGBTQ plus community, and just in general of their, I feel very impassioned just to support the arts and culture scene in Edmonton as a whole. The Edmonton Folk Fest and Edmonton Fringe Festival are like world-renowned festivals, and as much as they bring in international acts, they very much also really support local artists. So it's been incredible. I felt so supported there in so many different ways.
There you go. And with all of that, the accolades, the award, everything you've got is a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
It's a
Yeah.
lot. And the thing is, in a couple of years as well, you've just kind of scooped
Yeah.
everything. Rolling Stones.
Yeah, yeah,
That's-
that was a shocker for sure.
That's big. So my thing is, what's next for you? Because if the rollout's nice,
Yeah.
and you're being recognized.
Yeah.
So for like 2022, what can we expect from you?
Well, in this very moment, yeah, I released the album November 2020, and January of 2021, it really started to pick up exposure, I guess you can say, which was pretty surprising to me. At that point, I didn't have any marketing help or PR. I had no one. It was just me.
Yeah.
I had no money to market it either. So it was really cool that it kind of just got picked up organically to start. And yeah, that was all of 2021. And I am really surprised that a lot of those things happened. I'm grateful. But yeah, this year, right now, I'm kind of just taking a bit of a break to process all the things
We
that
all
happened.
need a break.
I have a lot of things to process and a lot of things to write, songs to finish. And I've actually just been working on mapping out my next album and project. I'm going to be doing like a 2-part or like a double album, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So I've just been kind of mapping that out, the themes I'm going to touch on and who I want to collaborate with. Yeah, and just taking a break until summertime gigs. So that's what's going on for me right now in this moment.
So collaboration wise,
Yeah.
now do you stick in your genre, or do you reach out to other genres for collaboration?
Definitely both. There's an local country artist here in Calgary. His name is Robert Adam. He's a really cool queer cowboy, has like the most amazing aesthetic. So artists like him who are doing really interesting and new things and trying to evolve the understanding of country music, those are artists I'm excited to work and collaborate with.
Yeah.
And then there's also artists that fall within like the hip hop R&B realm. There's a producer up in Edmonton. His name is Kaz Mega. He's actually really excited to do some type of project because he like born and raised in Alberta.
Yeah.
But we both have our families are both from Dominica, and yeah, he's really excited about kind of moving into working in that genre.
Okay.
Because just like me and a lot of people who've grown up in Alberta too, like even through school, like we learn line dancing in school, right? When we're taught dance.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's the thing in this province. Like country music is centered in so many ways. And so, even if somebody's making other types of music within this province, regardless of your race or gender or sexuality, you've been a part of that type of music
Yeah.
from a young age. So yeah, just kind of looking for artists in a lot of different genres to work with. I'm a new kind of outlaw. Can you see